morning class. My name is Shiny Mukherjee and I am going to teach you lesson number 8 in your geography book. The lesson 8 is climate. Yes, when I talk about climate, nowadays we always discuss the climate is too hot, it's too cold. So all these things we talk about in detail, okay, and every now and then we discuss. Now today we will be discussing about our earth climate and the earth climate, even the differences between climate and the weather. So we all have most confusion about the climate and the weather. So we'll go through it. Let's first of all check the details about our earth climate, Mother Earth. Now if you see here in this picture, the earth's climate is being discussed, okay. If you have a proper glance, you can go and check over there how the entire process is going on over here. So now it is the solar, first of all the sun, you can say the princely thing that gives us energy. Then the atmosphere is there, you can find the hydrosphere, the oceans, you will find the rivers, lakes, you will find mountains, formation of clouds, and then again the clouds bursting into form of a river. Then you will find the land, the sea, you will find biosphere, you will find the changes, each and everything. Now, what role they play, what work they do, what type of information they provide, what contribution they do. Now let's discuss. See, this is our earth, okay. Now we are having the sun rays over from this. Clear? Now when the rays are coming towards here, the mountains, the rivers, the trees, they all get facilitate with all these things, okay. Now in short, if I talk about here, you can find various types of gases also present in atmosphere, okay. Now the basic gas that creates the atmospheric level or the earth crust is the nitrogen, oxygen, argon and carbon dioxide. Other gases are very much traces in amount, so we can go and check which other types of gases are also present in our atmosphere. I have given the name, the chemical name of all those gases over here, and apart from that we can see how the evaporation is going on in that slide only. You can see how the evaporation is going on. The sun is performing its duty, how the cloud is forming by the precipitation, and after that it travels from one place to another and there it rained again. The water comes down, it again collected to the water body, that is the river or the lake or the pond or the dams and oceans and seas, and again the process moves on. This is the entire cycle. Now when our earth was constructed, being a fireball, the water plays a very important role to cool down. That's why we are having a very moderate climate, neither too hot nor too cold. So water plays a very much important role. With the help of the gas, for example hydrogen 2 molecule and oxygen 1 molecule, the water is being formed. So that's why in this also the gas plays a very much important role. Here in this my slide I have also given you the molecule formula of water, that is H2O, is also written. Okay, this entire picture clears one thing in short, that we are discussing about the climate which is playing a very important role in the formation of our earth and after the formation of our earth. Weather and climate. So now what is weather and what is climate? Let's go and discuss here. Weather, the state of atmosphere. Now please remember, if you wanted to pen down these definitions, you can easily pen down, because whenever the questions being asked, what is the weather? There is a sum up of information. You just sum and club the information together and provide. So there is a basic difference here. Let's go and check. Whether the state of the atmosphere with respect to heat or cold, wetness or dryness, calm or storm, clearness or cloudiness. So these words are very much essential in weather. Whereas in climate, the average course or condition of weather at a place usually, now the main word is coming, usually over a period of years as exhibited by temperature, wind, velocity and precipitation. So these words are very much important to understand the difference between the weather and climate, because weather will have all these features, like it will be a calm, it will have a storm, it will be cold, it would be hot, whereas the climate is having a velocity, it will having a precipitation, it will having a minimum or maximum temperature, it would be usually a period of year, it will not change randomly. So what we concluded, that climate will not change randomly, but weather changes. Okay, so this is one of the shortest thing to understand, that weather changes and climate remains stagnant for many years. It is only possible, we can only change it where there is some phenomenal change going on over our planet. Otherwise, it is not that much easy that a climate should change. For example, in our country, the southern part is having a humid type of climate. In northern part, we are having a dry, cold climate. In eastern part, we are again having a humid type climate. In western part, the desert area is having the hot climate. So all these types of features are basic responsible for all this point. That means precipitation, temperature, velocity and wind decides the climate, whereas the calm, storm, clearance, cloudiness, wetness or dryness clears weather. Okay. Now let's go to the next slide here. Climate scales. This is one of the most important thing. If you just see the scales over here, weather, climate variability, climate change. So these three differences are given here. Now it is hours, days, months, years, decades and centuries. So again a timeline is there. So climate is having all this is having a timeline. It can be of hours, it can talk about a day, it can talk about a month, it can talk about a year, it can talk about a decade, it can talk about a century. So just imagine this is a timeline given and we just talk about every day's climate or every day's weather. It is having a timeline also here. Now the basic difference over here is rain, okay, then the cyclone is also there, then you can find the wet seasons or dry season, you will find the cyclonic things, you will find the global warming. Many things are discussed here because this is a very wide concept when we are talking about weather and climate. It is a very wide concept. So we can't summarize in by discussing only 2-3 points, but I have tried to explain all this thing in this slide. Here the weather and the climate scales are decided. You can see the color also. The moment there are different colors are also used to highlight the points. Even at times the climate change. Now how the climate change? It changes when there is some phenomenal change going on over the earth crust. Okay, so that might be the reason that the climate changes. Weather changes seasonal wise. Okay, we are having a summer season, we are having winter season, we are having rainy season. So all these seasons are also here. At times it changes are based also. For example, our state, if we talk about Maharashtra or the place Pune where we are living here at times it is very much rainy, then again the humid, then again it's you can say about the scorching heat. So these time hourly based it's change, at time it change day wise. Okay, you might have heard about the weather forecast, you might not have heard about climate forecast. You always heard weather forecast, not the climate forecast, because it changes. Okay, so that is the most important thing to understand. The weather can change hour-wise, it can change day-wise, it can change month-wise. Okay, so there is a change, not a stagnant thing in weather, but climate remains the same for decades. Okay. Now, this is one of the most important thing here, temperature as per zone. We have discussed about the zones, the circles, the imaginary circles, the half circles, the lines, the grids, each and everything. So now, let's play or let's discuss that particular temperature as per the zone. Okay, you can learn it also. Now see, this entire circle is given over here. You will find the polar zone, north polar zone, south polar zone. Let me discuss the zones first. Then you will have the temperate zone. Then you will having the tropical zone. Now one thing needs to be very much highlighted over here is the sunlight. If you see, even the degree Celsius temperature is also given. Okay, here and that side, even the north pole and the south pole. So you can make an idea, you can draw a conclusion, you can point out the things that these zone wise things, these zone wise also having a different types of temperature. The temperate zone is having minus 24 degrees Celsius, whereas the tropical zone is having minus 28 degrees Celsius. So, or plus 28 degrees Celsius. These are the temperature. Here you are finding minus 33 degrees Celsius. So, where the plus is there, it is rising up, whereas minus, it is going down. That means you will find the snow area, the cold region, because when I am talking about the minus, that means the temperature goes slow down. When I am talking about the plus, the temperature goes up. Okay. So here the zone wise, the place wise, it has been described. Now as the sun plays a very much important role, so it might come to your mind, rays are coming in a stagnant way, constant way, there is no difference in the rays. Then why there is a difference in the temperature? Because it is falling apart. The rays are not falling equally to these zones. That is the reason we are having a different temperature Celsius over there. Though the sun is giving the equal rays, but while reaching to the zones, while reaching to the surfaces, it becomes little bit uneven, it becomes undistributed over there. That's why we are having the plus and minus temperature. Each and every zone is having the different temperature over there. The other most important thing that I wanted to highlight here is that even the Arctic Circle, Antarctic Circle, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, each and every is having the degrees too. So these degrees also plays a very important role in the distribution of temperature. So we can say that here the temperature as per the zone is not at all equal. You can find the temperate zone that belongs to the North Pole is having a different temperature, whereas the temperate zone belong to the South Pole is having a different temperature. The tropical having that above or between the equator and the North Pole, you can find a different temperature. The tropical zone between the temperate zone and the equator of South Pole having a different temperature. So this temperature discuss and you can say is responsible for the various types of climatic and weatheric conditions. Okay. Yes, now we will discuss this in detail, point wise point, describing temperature, because till now when we are talking about climate, weather, the main and important role is the temperature that we have discussed in the previous slide, that minus and plus, all those things. Now how it has been discussed? Let's discuss. I have drawn a tabular form for you. Let's go and discuss. Temperature calculation is done mean daily temperature. If we are talking about the daily temperature, its definition is sum of hours temperature divided by 24 hours. We all know that we are having 24 hours in a day. So that is the formula to divide the temperature, okay, to find out the calculation of the temperature of a day. And the formula is sum up of hourly temperatures divided by 24. So if someone tells you to calculate the temperature, you can go and use this formula. The next is diurnal temperature range. What is it? A difference between the maximum and minimum temperatures recorded in a day. We in a Pune, we see a variation change in the temperature. At time at night it is little cool, chill. Whereas in daytime it is scorching heat. So there is a wide difference in the temperature. So how to calculate that? Maximum daily temperature minus daily temperature. So by this minus minimum daily temperature, by this we can find out the diurnal temperature range. That means, for example, if you have to find out that what is the temperature range in Pune in a day, if there is such a variations going on, we can do this through formula. The next is mean monthly temperature. Here you can find the average daily temperatures recorded in a month. Now I am talking about month. Till now we have discussed about the day or an hour and like that, okay. But here I am talking about the month. So we are discussing about the entire month temperature. So this is done by the sum of mean daily temperature in the month divided by number of days in the month. For example, if the temperature is having X figure, it should be divided by the number of month in a day. If it is the 30, it would be 30, it would be 31, it would be 31. So by this we can find out the average of the month temperature. So that is one of the most important thing. When we see the news, we read news or we read the weather forecast, all these things, we find certain information. Now the next is mean annual temperature. The definition is average temperature recorded in a year. So we are talking about the temperature in a year. Here the formula is sum of mean monthly temperature in the year divided by 2. So we are talking here about that the formula is sum of the mean monthly, whatever the temperature in the month is there, we have to divide it by 2. Then only we can find the annual temperature, because it is divided into 2 halves. First 6 months and then 6 months, because we are having 12 months in a year. The next is annual temperature range. Now if I have to discuss about the annual temperature range, the formula and the definition is difference between the maximum and minimum mean monthly temperature recorded in a year. Now this is one of the most important tasks for the person, those who are working in the weather forecast, because they have to maintain a statistics, they have to maintain a table for it. So when they have to maintain that, with this they can find out the information, that is maximum mean monthly temperature minus by minimum mean monthly temperature. That means you should have the minimum temperature record with you. It is only possible when we are having all these records. So these records will help you to find out that which temperature or what type of temperature, which state is facing, is there is a high temperature or a low temperature, is that particular area is having a hot climate or a cold climate. Each and everything has been discussed here. These are the formulas to find out the temperature in a particular zone. The zone that I have discussed in my previous slide, that is the North Pole, the South Pole, the temperate zone, the tropical zone. With all this we can find out the formula, we can find out the temperature and the climate. Apart from that, we can also make a statistical record that will help you to find out the information. This formula is used by the weather forecast people to make a record. Even if you wanted to do, you can also find out the temperature of your area with the help of these formulas. Now, the next is precipitation. Now, what is precipitation? If I talk about precipitation, basically comes when we are talking about the rain, when we are talking about the clouds, okay. Precipitation includes all process that the earth's surface receives water from the atmosphere. Now how it will receive? It will receive through rainfall, drizzle, dew, mist, liquid form, snow, hail, anything. Now, receiving the water in the different form is also responsible for the temperature it is witnessing or for the climate it has been. If it is northern side where the climate is very much cold or freezing one, you will get snow, hail and all that. Where you will find the humid or the monsoonic winds or you can have a scorching heat and all that, you will find rain and all that. So, all these things is part of the receiving the water again. Now, the formation is precipitation is formed in the atmosphere by condensation and collisions of water droplets or ice crystals. That means here we can talk about suppose this is a mountainous area, here the rivers are there and here our sun is there. Now with the sun rays, when the water droplets moves upward, they form a shape, okay. We see these types of shapes here. This is the cooling part of the water. That's why they form this type of shape. When again they collided with a mountain or there is again a breeze over there, okay, with that when they collided, they again deform its shape and they come to the form of water. So, it is the process of forming the clouds, it is again the process of making the water. So, this is the entire example of precipitation. The precipitation is depending upon the breeze too. The sea breeze and the land breeze, okay. These two breezes also plays a very important role because sea breeze gives you the warm or you can say having the little bit of warm air or breezes over there and land breeze give you a different air. Now here one thing I wanted to highlight, when it is going upwards to form the condensed part or the cloud part, this process is known as the precipitation which is going on. You have to be very much clear that the temperature should be a helpful one for this. If they didn't find a helpful or a working temperature or a climate over there, the precipitation will not work in a process, okay. You will not find. So, desert areas, and for this availability of water is also required. So, that's why desert area doesn't receives more and much rainfall. There is a scanty rainfall over there, okay. Now, if I talk about the ice crystals are the type of a rainfall only, but they are the freezed one because of the temperature of the climate conditions. They are not able to come as the form of a rain droplets. So, those rain droplets freezed and they come into the ice form. Yes, now kinds of precipitation. There are 4 kinds: rain, snow, sleet and hail. Now with this diagram you can able to find out the differences between rain. First of all, the rain is very much clear. Now the differences between snow, sleet and hail we can find out the difference with this picture and with this word. Snow, the snowfall, sleet having a little bit of snow flakes you can say, and hailstorms are there. They are very hard, harsh, it just you can say have a quite good noise, a rude and harsh noise when it just comes to the land surface. So these are the kinds of precipitation, and apart from that, one most important thing, they are also the way of depositing the water and again giving the water back to the land surface, okay. So these are the kinds of precipitation. With the above diagram and all this, we can came across to know that the water form is simple, is a one way, but receiving it may be in a different manner. The most important thing, factors affecting the climate of India, okay. These are the factors: latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from the sea, ocean currents and relief features. This very much important points I will be discussing in my next lecture. I just wanted to brief you all up. These factors are very much essential for the, you can say, the reason of climate, okay, because they all are connected to each other. Now, till now, I just wanted to brief up and sum up my session by giving you a little brief whatever I have discussed. I discussed about the earth climate, their structure, precipitation, then I have discussed about the zone temperature. I have given you the formula how to calculate the temperature. I give you the difference between weather and climate. Weather is changing, climate is a stagnant, decades it followed. I give you that in climate velocity and all this required. In weather we required calm, it is strong or a cold or a harsh. All these points I have discussed. Now your home task is that find out the weather and the climate of the place where you are living and make that tabular formula, make that table which I have discussed about the temperature and find out the annual and yearly temperature of your country. By this I am winding up my session. We will meet you again. Thank you.